So the eighth question is ax plus b by px square plus qx plus r, and you have to find out the derivative. So this is of your quotient form, so we can use the quotient rule, and the quotient rule is, suppose this is f of x, we will take the question as f of x, or you can say y also. Okay, so f of x is equal to, you have to find out the derivative, f dash of x equal to what? Denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator divided by denominator square, which is equal to, again this is px square plus qx plus r into derivative of ax plus b will give you a into derivative of x, which is 1, a into derivative of x is 1, plus derivative of constant, b is constant, so you will get derivative of constant or derivative of b is 0, minus ax plus b into derivative of this term. Now again p is a constant, derivative of x square will give you 2x, so the first term is 2px plus q into, again q constant, derivative of x will give you 1, so q into 1 plus derivative of the constant, which is 0, divided by px square plus qx plus r the whole square is equal to px square plus qx plus r into, here you have only a, so I can write it here, minus ax plus b into 2px plus q divided by px square plus qx plus r the whole square. Okay, now this is, again if you have any thing to cancel, we can just expand it and see whether we can cancel it or not. Okay, so we are just expanding it. You will get apx square plus aqx plus ar. Here what you will get? Minus of, so everything will be minus 2apx square. Here you can say apx square terms. Then next will be minus aqx, then negative, what you will have? 2pbx minus bq divided by px square plus qx plus r the whole square, which is equal to, here aqx will get cancelled and these two will give you negative apx square minus apx square. Then which all terms you have? Minus 2pbx minus bq divided by px square plus qx plus r the whole square. Negative, if you want, take out anything, nothing in common, so you can just take the negative out. apx square plus 2pbx plus bq divided by px square plus qx plus r the whole square is the derivative of the given function. So one ar was missed here, plus ar also. So you have, this is positive ar, so this will become minus ar if I am taking a negative sign out. Okay, now it's okay. F of x is equal to px square plus qx plus r divided by ax plus b. That is what we have done in the last problem. The reciprocal of that is given in the question. Okay, so f dash of x, again we are applying the quotient rule, which is denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of, sorry, this is denominator, right, minus numerator into derivative of denominator divided by denominator square. So this is ax plus b into, again derivative of this earlier we have done. So we know that here you will have p into derivative of x square will give you 2x. So it is 2px plus here you will get q into derivative of x1 and derivative of r is 0. So this much minus px square plus qx plus r into, here you will get only a, divided by ax plus b the whole square. This is equal to, again we are just multiplying, so you will get 2pax square plus axq plus 2pbx plus bq minus, I'm just opening the bracket, so you will get apx square minus aqx minus ar, divided by ax plus b the whole square. Now just see, axq gets cancelled, 2pax square and apx square. So you will get apx square plus 2pbx plus bq minus ar, divided by ax plus b the whole square. That will be your derivative. Question number 10 is f of x is equal to a by x raised to 4 minus b by x square plus cos x. So f dash of x will be, this is actually a into x raised to minus 4, a x raised to minus 4 minus b x raised to minus 2 plus cos x. Okay, now differentiating you can use x raised to n. The derivative of x raised to n is nx raised to n minus 1. So we will get a into minus 4 x raised to minus 4 minus 1 minus b into minus 2 into x raised to minus 2 minus 1 plus derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So this will give you minus 4a x raised to minus 5 minus minus, this is plus 2b x raised to minus 3 minus sin x. So it is minus 4a by x raised to 5 plus 2b by x cube minus sin x. Question is 4 root x minus 2. So f of x is equal to 4 root x minus 2, f dash of x, again root x, derivative of root x is 1 by 2 root x. Now how we are getting, I will just tell, derivative of root x is equal to derivative of, you can write it as x raised to 1 by 2, right? Now applying the, again x raised to n, derivative of x raised to n is nx raised to n minus 1. So 1 by 2 x raised to 1 by 2 minus 1, which is 1 by 2 x raised to minus 1 by 2, or 1 by 2 root x, x raised to 1 by 2. In the denominator it will become 1 by 2 x raised to 1 by 2. Okay, so it is 1 by 2 root x. So here you will get 4 into derivative of root x is 1 by 2 root x minus derivative of 2, which is a constant, is 0. So you are getting what? 2 by root x only. Okay. F of x equal to ax plus b the whole raised to n. So here f dash of x, or the derivative of the given function, will be, again first we will apply what is the derivative of x raised to n, which is nx raised to n minus 1. But since this is the inside term is not x, it is something else. So you have to differentiate, or you have to multiply the derivative of this term also together with that. That is known as chain rule. Okay. So what first we are doing is, first this is actually the process d by dx of ax plus b the whole raised to n. That we will write as n into ax plus b the whole raised to n minus 1 according to the definition. But after that, again here you have to write into d by dx of whatever is instead of x, its derivative, d by dx of ax plus b. So you'll get n into ax plus b the whole raised to n minus 1 into derivative of ax plus b will give you a into derivative of x, which is 1, plus derivative of b is 0. So you are getting here a. So the answer is na into ax plus b the whole raised to n minus 1. Okay. The question is f of x equal to ax plus b the whole raised to n into cx plus d the whole raised to m. So f dash of x will be, you have to use your product rule, as well as this power is there, so you have to use the chain rule also. Okay, so first how the product rule works is ax plus b the whole raised to n into, that is first term, into derivative of the second term plus second term into derivative of first term. Okay, now this will give you ax plus b the whole raised to n into, now derivative of cx plus d the whole raised to m will give you, again you have to apply x raised to n concept. So you will get m into cx plus d the whole raised to m minus 1 into derivative of cx plus d. Again, since this is not x, you have to differentiate that term also with respect to x, plus cx plus d the whole raised to m into derivative of ax plus b the whole raised to n will give you n into ax plus b the whole raised to n minus 1 into the derivative of ax plus b, applying the chain rule for this term. Okay, now this is written as such, that is the first term, into here you have m into cx plus d the whole raised to m minus 1. Now what is the derivative of cx plus d? You will get only c. C into derivative of x1, derivative of d is 0. So you will get c, okay, into c plus cx plus d the whole raised to m into n into ax plus b the whole raised to n minus 1 into derivative of ax plus b will give you a, right? Now you can just see that in both the terms, in first and second term, you can have ax plus b, here it is the power n, here it is n minus 1. So n minus 1 you can take out from both the terms. Again, cx plus d's power is m minus 1 and here it is m. So there also we can take out the power of cx plus d as m minus 1. So what you will get is ax plus b the whole raised to n minus 1 into cx plus d the whole raised to m minus 1 taken out. Remaining terms, here you have power n, that means this much you have taken out means you have been left with ax plus b and these two. So c m ax plus b plus, here again power is m, you have taken out m minus 1, so you are left with the power 1 of this one with n and a. Again this has been taken out here. So you have n a into cx plus d. Okay, so ax plus b the whole raised to n minus 1 into cx plus d the whole raised to m minus 1. If you want you can expand it, or else you can just keep it like that. Okay, this is because you don't have any negative sign, you cannot cancel anything, so you can just keep it like that, or else this will become acmx plus cmb plus nacx plus nad. Clear? Next question is f of x equal to sine of ax plus a. Differentiating, this is a simple thing. What we need to do is, actually we have done such a problem in your first principle method. Okay, now in direct method how you will apply is, you have to differentiate sine of, what is the derivative of sine x, that we need to write. So it is cos x. So whatever is the angle, as such we have to write here. But since it is not x here, you have to differentiate this term also in your chain rule process. Okay, so first we will write the derivative of, that is, this is the first process. You are writing the derivative of sine function. So you will get cos of x plus a. But you cannot stop here. You have to write like this, into d by dx of x plus a. Actually here you have x plus a, so that you will get the derivative as 1 only. That means it is not changing. It's like sine x is giving you cos x, means sine of x plus a is giving you cos of x plus a. But in certain cases, if it was into sine of x square plus a, then it will have a change here. So that will be counted here. Okay, d by dx of x plus a should be taken here, and here you are getting cos of x plus a into derivative of x is 1 plus derivative of a is 0. So it is cos of x plus a only. Okay. Is f of x is equal to cosec x into cot x. F dash of x is equal to Again product rule, you have two terms or two functions of x, so you will use product rule, cosec x into derivative of cot x plus cot x into derivative of cosec x. Cosec x into, what is the derivative of cot x? Minus cosec square x plus cot x into derivative of cosec x is minus cosec x cot x. So you are getting here minus cosec cube x, cosec x into cosec square x will become cosec cube x minus cosec x into cot square x. Okay. Now from these two terms, if you want, you can take out negative cosec x, so that this becomes cosec square x. Here it will become plus cot square x. And remember, cosec square x minus cot square x is 1, plus cot square x is not 1. Okay, you can just stop here. F of x is equal to cos x by 1 plus sin x. F dash of x will give you quotient rule. You can use quotient rule. So you will get 1 plus sin x, that is denominator, into derivative of cos x minus numerator, which is cos x, into derivative of denominator divided by denominator square, that is 1 plus sin x the whole square. Now 1 plus sin x into, what is the derivative of cos x? Minus sin x minus cos x into derivative of 1 plus sin x, derivative of 1 0, derivative of sin x cos x, divided by 1 plus sin x the whole square, which is equal to, this will give you minus sin x minus sin square x. Here you have only cos x into cos x, so minus cos square x divided by 1 plus sin x the whole square, which is equal to, here from these two, if I take a negative sign, or from all the three you can take out, I am just keeping minus sin x like this and taking negative sign out from these two terms, so that this will make sin square x plus cos square x divided by 1 plus sin x the whole square. Now what is sin square x plus cos square x, which is 1, right? So you are getting here minus sin x minus, this can be replaced with 1, divided by 1 plus sin x the whole square. Now if I take a negative from these two terms, I will get 1 plus sin x in the numerator part divided by 1 plus sin x the whole square. So one term gets cancelled and you will get minus 1 by 1 plus sin x as the final answer. Minus 1 by 1 plus sin x. Question is sin x plus cos x by sin x minus cos x. So f dash of x will be denominator sin x minus cos x into derivative of sin x plus cos x minus, here you have taken denominator into numerator, no, derivative of numerator, minus numerator into derivative of denominator, which is sin x minus cos x, whole divided by sin x minus cos x the whole square, is equal to sin x minus cos x into, now again derivative of each term separately, derivative of sin x cos x, derivative of cos x minus sin x. So you'll get cos x minus sin x as the derivative of sin x plus cos x, minus of sin x plus cos x into, again derivative of sin x will give you cos x and derivative of cos x is minus sin x, so you'll get minus of minus plus. So derivative of sin x minus cos x will give you cos x plus sin x divided by sin x minus cos x the whole square, is equal to, here you can just see this is sin x minus cos x, this is cos x minus sin x. Now if I take a negative sign here, this will become sin x minus cos x the whole square, right? Negative taken out from one term so that this will also become sin x minus cos x. So this is sin x minus cos x into sin x minus cos x. So it is sin x minus cos x the whole square. And here you have sin x plus cos x for both the terms. So this is sin x plus cos x the whole square divided by sin x minus cos x the whole square. Now I'll just expand this so that some of the terms get cancelled. Okay, let's see which all get cancelled. Here it is minus of sin square x plus cos square x minus 2 sin x cos x, and this is minus of. So here you will get minus of sin square x plus cos square x plus 2 sin x cos x whole divided by sin x minus cos x the whole square. So that here if I take the negative sign for both the terms, what I'll get, minus sin square x minus cos square x, this will become plus 2 sin x cos x minus sin square x minus cos square x minus 2 sin x cos x divided by sin x minus cos x the whole square. So that these two terms get cancelled, and here you have twice of each term, that is minus sin square x minus 2 sin square x, and the other one also minus 2 cos square x. 2 sin square x minus 2 cos square x. Now if you want, you can take minus 2 out. If you are taking minus 2 out, this will become positive in sign, that is sin square plus cos square, sin square x plus cos square x divided by sin x minus cos x the whole square, and this will give you 1. So the final answer will be minus 2 by sin x minus cos x the whole square. So I am just writing the question as f of x equal to sec x minus 1 by sec x plus 1. F dash of x will be sec x plus 1 into derivative of sec x minus 1 minus sec x minus 1 into derivative of sec x plus 1 divided by sec x plus 1 the whole square. Okay. Now sec x plus 1 as such, what is the derivative of sec x? Sec x tan x, and derivative of 1 is 0, minus of sec x minus 1 into, again derivative of sec x is sec x tan x plus derivative of 1 is 0 divided by sec x plus 1 the whole square. This will give you sec x plus 1 into sec x tan x minus of sec x minus 1 into sec x tan x divided by sec x plus 1 the whole square. Expanding, that is multiplying, you will get sec square x tan x plus sec x tan x minus sec square x tan x. This will give you minus minus plus sec x tan x. Correct? Sec x plus 1 the whole square. So which term is getting cancelled? This one. So you are getting 2 times of sec x tan x divided by sec x plus 1 the whole square. Okay. So the next question is sin raised to nx. F dash of x will be, again sin raised to nx is same as sin x the whole raised to n. Okay, sin raised to nx is same as sin x the whole raised to n. That means if I say sin square x, it is same as sin x into sin x, sin x into sin x, that is sin x the whole square. So you should know that sin raised to nx is same as sin x the whole raised to n. Then only you will be able to connect it with x raised to n. Okay, now it is in the form x raised to n, so you can apply the derivative d by dx of sin x the whole raised to n, same as sin raised to nx. Okay, so you will get n into sin x the whole raised to n minus 1, which is same as sin raised to n minus 1 into x. In the next step I will write that. Okay, into what, instead of x you have here sin x. If it was x raised to n, you will write n x raised to n minus 1. But instead of x you have here sin x, means you have to write the derivative of sin x also together with it. So you'll get n sin raised to n minus 1 x into, what is the derivative of sin x? Cos x. So it is n cos x sin raised to n minus 1 in x. Okay. So the next question is a plus b sin x by c plus d cos x. F dash of x, again using the quotient rule, will give you c plus d cos x into derivative of a plus b sin x minus a plus b sin x into derivative of c plus d cos x whole divided by c plus d cos x the whole square. So this will give you c plus d cos x into, what is the derivative of a? 0. And derivative of b sin x means derivative of b can be taken out and derivative of sin x will give you cos x. So this term's derivative will give you b cos x. Understood? Minus a plus b sin x into derivative of, again c is 0 and derivative of d cos x means d can be taken out, derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So here you will get minus d sin x divided by c plus d cos x the whole square. So now multiplying, you will get bc cos x plus bd cos square x minus, and here this minus will become plus. And this is AD sin x plus BD sin square x divided by c plus d cos x the whole square. Now BC cos x, now I am writing this term which is AD sin x, and here I can see BD is common. So I am just taking out from these two terms so that I will get this as BD into cos square x plus sin square x. That can be made as 1 so that this term get reduced. So you will get BC cos x plus AD sin x plus BD into 1. So it is BD divided by c plus d cos x the whole square. This much we can reduce. Okay. Plus a divided by cos x. So if this is your f of x, f dash of x will be cos x into derivative of sine of x plus a minus sine of x plus a into derivative of cos x divided by cos x the whole square. And what is cos x the whole square? It is cos square x. We can write it as cos square x also. So this will give you cos x into derivative of sine of, like that if you have, you can write cos of the same angle with the derivative of that angle, chain rule, minus sine of x plus a into derivative of cos is minus sine of that angle, divide by, since it is x we are just stopping here because the derivative of x will give you 1. That's why we are not showing that. Okay, here since this is not x, we are just showing it. So cos x into cos of x plus a, again what will this give you? Derivative of x 1, derivative of a 0. So you will get only 1 here. Okay, no other term. Minus sine, okay, minus into minus, this will become plus sine of x plus a into sine x divided by cos square x. Now I am just writing like cos of x plus a into cos x plus sine of x plus a into sine x. Just see which form is this? Cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. See the angle? Cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. So what is that? Cos of a minus b. Cos of a minus b. So this we are going to apply here so that we will get cos of, instead of a you have x plus a and instead of b you have x. So this is giving you, numerator will become cos A divided by cos square x. Okay.